Hey everyone, Presito here. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about two upcoming BRC20 launch pads that I think are going to be really hyped and worth looking at. And as you know, the BRC20 ecosystem is just flying at the moment. The hype is not dying down. And I think the focus is going to shift quite a bit to new projects launching on BRC20 since people are always looking for those. So it's good to stay up to date with which are the top launch pads. And these are two that I think will fit in that category. And I'm going to be starting with Koi Pond. So Koi Pond recently had their LBP on Fjord that did quite well. They raised a lot of funds and it looked really promising. And the price is actually sitting a little bit below that. So I think the entry could be quite good. I'll be going through the price a bit later. But first, let's talk about Koi Pond and what it is and what are the benefits of it and how does it work. So obviously it's a BRC20 launchpad for new projects launching in the BRC20 ecosystem. So in terms of its benefits, you can see, as I say, it's not your typical launchpads. They take in building a platform that's easy to use, fast and secure, and giving you the best possible experience. And also here you can see users come first. They're going to have a fair and transparent experience in terms of their launch mechanism, which is going to be a proportional allocation mechanism. So that's going to be really interesting, and it works on a sort of over allocation basis, which I'll explain here. So you can see how it works as an example. So let's say there's a new token launching on Koi called Bats that wants to sell 100,000 tokens for $500,000. So that's going to be for sale on the Koi Pond Launchpad. So the Koi Pond token, let's say it's valued at $1 each. That means that only 500,000 Koi can be sold to acquire Bats. So you can commit as much as you want, but obviously if it's oversubscribed, you're going to get a proportionate value of what you subscribed in terms of that sale. So you can see here, if it exceeds that amount, then the BATS tokens will be distributed proportionally amongst all the stakers. So for example, if everyone altogether commits 2.5 million, which is 5 times the amount of the total possible raise, then you'll get 20% of what you allocated, and the other 80% will be returned to you. So it benefits you that if you buy a lot of Koi and you stake as much as possible, more than other people, you'll get the majority of the allocation, depending by how much it's oversubscribed by. So hopefully that makes sense, but I think it's really straightforward. And also they focus a lot on security, which is obviously always good to see projects focusing on that. In terms of some tokenomics, you can see here, the LBP was 34% of their tokens that sold there. Then LP is also quite big, and then team, marketing, and treasury. So you can see they had a fair launch, no private sale or anything like that. So that of course is really good. You can see the current price is 2 cents, current market cap around 6 million. Another benefit of theirs, and also by holding the Koi token, is that you can exercise governance votes. So you can vote on the future trajectory of Koi Pond. I'm sure you'll be able to vote on which projects can launch and so on. So here let's have a look at their app. And you can see here how it's going to look in terms of their listing. We have live, the upcoming ones, and so on. And it's set up in a way where you can buy Koi simply to buy their launches, which you use Koi to buy the launches. And of course, it's anticipated that the price of Koi should pump before their auctions, which is why I wanted to share this video with you at this time, since the price is quite stable at the moment. And of course, after the auction, potentially could dump, but then there will be more eyes on Koi token and people will want to get in before the tokens, so the price should be favorable from there. And yeah, you can see live, upcoming, ended. So they have announced some projects which I'm going to be covering shortly, but I think it's possibly a good entry. If we have a look at their price, you can see it's 2 cents at the moment. It's been on a little bit of a decline, and if we have a look at their LBP, it actually ended on 2.8 cents, so it's a bit down from that. So if you enter here, you get a better entry than the LBP. You can see the LBP bottom was around 15 cents or so. So I think it's really promising, especially if they have good upcoming sales, and they already announced 2, so that's really good. Also, their main competitor is Bounce. So Bounce has a very similar mechanism to them, and you can see they're sitting at 150 million circulating market cap, which is a lot higher. And obviously you could argue if Koi Pond manages to do things right and things go well, then it's got tons of room for growth, of course. So let's have a look at 2 of their recently announced sales that they're going to have. They're going to have SATS Bridge, which is going to launch tomorrow. Today actually, sorry, 11th of January, 6 p.m. EST on Koipond. And you can see the price per token and token supply. And then if we have a look at the next sale, it's Legiti Yield, which is on the 13th of January. So already quite close to each other, and hopefully they'll be announcing more. So that's all looking really good for them. So really bullish on Koi if they manage to pull things off, and especially if the first two sales go well. That's always super important for new launchpads, that their first two sales perform well, so they get the attention of the public. So let's move on to the next project, which is again obviously a BRC20 launchpad, and this is BRC Starter. So a lot of BRC20 launchpads popping up, of course, and I think it's good to have exposure to most of them at least, because I think at least a few of them will blow up. Some might not do well, but a lot could do really well. So you can see here in terms of their utilities, by holding their token, you'll get allocation for the IDOs. You'll also be able to do yield farming and also governance, as I said, for Koi, voting on the future of the project and so on. So let's have a look at some of the announcements. So this one is really new, so I think it's very early if you are looking to get into it. You can see here they have a whitelist campaign at the moment on Zeely. So if you open this link, I will share this with you and you'll get access to that if you want to try out to take part in that. You can see the leaderboard only has about 22 participants. So I'm sure you have a good chance to get a whitelist if you're looking to try that out. Some more information on their recent announcement, as you can see here posted on their Telegram. They say here, initial market cap at 283,000, which is really low. The valuation fully diluted is around 3 million, which is also quite low. And the IDO TGN listing is really soon, either this month or in February. So that's coming really soon. So that's really pro. And then we can also have a look at their tokenomics, which is always good to look at. You can see a private sale was 14 cents with 20% on TGE, 1 month cliff, and then monthly release over 8 months. And public is just a little bit more expensive, but you get quite a bit more on TGE, and then 1 month cliff and release over 2 months. So public has really good terms, in my opinion. So really worthwhile to get into that. I would even say it's probably better than the private sale terms. And you can see, as I said, initial market cap 283,000. So it looks really solid. I think this is one worth looking at as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.